Hello, beautiful and lovely human beings, and welcome to another episode of Podcast with Sana. I'm so happy to record another episode for you, and today I'm going to talk about something that I really enjoy a lot. I enjoy to talk about this topic because I have a bad experience with it, but with so much practice and so much wisdom and consciousness, I became more familiar with this problem, and I try to solve it, and I try to pay attention to it. So what I'm going to talk about today is mental health. Okay, here we will be talking about why people ignore their mental health. In our society, you should be very brave enough to admit the fact that you are really suffering from a problem that is related to your mental health or your emotional health. It was my first year at university, and it was really difficult for me to find myself there. I was very lonely, but I couldn't say anything to my parents. I didn't have friends, and I was obliged to live in another city far from my family. It hurted me a lot. I couldn't even go out to have fun with myself. I was just in my room doing nothing. I couldn't focus on my studies at all. Talking about feelings or my feelings in front of others was impossible. I thought that my bad or negative feelings, my bad or negative feelings in front of my family, or let's say talking about these feelings in front of my family was actually impossible too. But why? Why I couldn't say anything? It's simply because we were not used to it. We were not used to honestly talk about our feelings. We are just used to stay quiet. You just need to kill those feelings and be positive all the time, which is completely impossible. So the result is that I was just suffering all the time. I ignored everything that is related to the mental health of Sana, and I was really lost. I wasn't me at all. And here what I wanted you to know is that not being okay is something very normal. And try to talk to anyone that you trust, like your mother or your best friend. Even if they cannot help you, but at least they will listen to you, and you will be comfortable and relaxed. And I know that it's very difficult to talk to other people about not being okay, or your mental health or your emotional health, and telling them that you are not okay. You feel that you are going to make them or give them a negative energy, but trust me that sometimes we need to talk in order to be more comfortable and relaxed. We need help in this life in general. And here, if you cannot talk to anyone, at least talk to yourself. Remember some beautiful moments you have already experienced, and just listen to your heart without blaming it for not being okay emotionally or mentally, which means don't say to yourself don't say to yourself things like, oh, you are not okay, that's not good, all people are really happy, and then you start checking Instagram and you see that everyone is really sharing their beautiful moments, and you feel that you are the only one in the world who is not okay, which is completely wrong. All people cannot be okay sometimes. You cannot be okay for 3 days, 1 week, 2 weeks, but it's totally okay. because here when you go to Instagram, no one is going to share with you negative energy, of course, because everyone there, you will notice that everyone in Instagram is really happy and really positive, but they are not going to share with you their life, their true or their real life. So after all, remember that this is life and nothing matters but yourself. Yourself will be okay. The other won't be so. I mean, other people won't be so. Also remember, you don't need to feel sorry for yourself because your mental health is not going well. One last thing, don't spend most of your time on social media, as I said before when I was talking about Instagram, because you will notice that everyone is happy, as I said before, even if it's really fake, and you will hurt yourself again, because you thought that you are the only one who is suffering in the world, which is actually not true, while it's totally wrong. So what do you think about this problem? Do you suggest other solutions? And thank you so much for listening. Today, I just want you to know that if you are not okay and maybe you are suffering from depression or anything, try to leave this moment of sadness, leave it as it is, and try to find some solutions. You can talk to your mother. We don't trust anyone in the world but our mothers. Try to talk to her, tell her about your feelings. This is how I feel. I'm sorry. Try to do anything that really makes you happy. You can go out, listen to some relaxing music, and just be you and leave that moment of depression or sadness. And that's it for today. Thank you so much for listening to Podcast with Sana, and don't forget to listen again to this episode and other episodes, and thank you so much for your comments, and goodbye.